Shulk. Is that...
Spear ones! Loads and loads of spear mechon!
It's Fiora!
It does not seem like Fiora likes us very much anymore. But we're going to try and avoid hitting her in this fight. I have actually accidentally cheated. When you first enter this fight, you start in the middle of the room, or between all of the enemies, as we see in the cutscene. But I died straight away because I got rushed against a wall and couldn't get out. And so when one of my characters died, I couldn't reach them, and when I died, they couldn't reach me. Everyone just went splat. This is just my second attempt, and the second time doing it, although we have more than one thing to kill to progress, you can actually pull them one at a time. Although Fiora is hitting all of us, we're going to avoid hitting her. I don't think it will do it much. I don't think it will do us much good at the moment, and I don't think any of them really want to hit her either. These enemies aren't that bad. Nothing that special about them. They've got a couple of hitty attacks. I think this is where me not having an internet connection yet really shows. I haven't been able to, because I kill things so quickly, and as I mentioned previously, there's no book or guide or anything I've pulled down. I can't look up what attacks they do that I've missed.
I can feel the strength! Stop! Don't you recognize Shulk? Fiora! Fiora, please! Don't you remember us at all? It's no use!
Everyone, it's time to retreat!
Got it!
Understood.
Move! Shulk!
You alright? Yeah. I think so. What do we do now, Shulk? We ain't gonna last long here. Fiora! Try and remember! It's us!
I pity you. Without the power of that sword, I doubt you would ever have made it this far. Apocrypha, activate.
What is... Huh? Hey, what's going on? What's happened to the Monado? Look out! Shulk! I'm... okay. Shulk, wait here.
Fiora! Stop this right now! How could you? Shulk came here to save you! Do you hear me? Fiora!
You must run!
Fiora! Fiora! Or... whoever you are!
Please, run! The machine is not under my control.
Not under your control? Is it him?
Most surprising. I admit I never expected such resistance to becoming a fate.
Egil,
Fiora! What have you done to her?
From the moment of their creation, all Mechon are mine to control. Should a passenger defy me, I force it to obey.
Why make Homs into Mechon? Why are you making them attack Bionis?
If you wish to know, you have only to submit yourself to me. All will become clear when you attack Bionis with a new body born of Mechonis.
Never! Who would ever submit to you?
Forget about him. We have to get out of here.
But what about Fiora?
If we die here today, she will be lost forever.
Choose. I have rendered the Monado useless. You have no hope of victory or escape.
You chunk of scrap! So it was you who did that to the Monado!
The Monado is a tool that regulates the waves of the very ether from which the world is formed. Therefore, it can be counteracted simply by releasing opposing waves.
But how can you?
The questions end here. Hand over the Monado. After all, it is no longer of use to you.
Never! If the Monado really is powerless, then why would you want it for yourself? I will never give it to you. Never!
Then make your choice. Be crushed by my fist, or slain by your old friend.
Egil!
I do like the good guys turning around and pointing out that if the Monado is now useless, he shouldn't really want it anymore. Now all of our arts are locked off, so the only person who can do any damage to Goldface or Egil is Shulk. Luckily this is another one of those fights where we only have to do a fraction of their total health as damage. This is a fight we're going to lose. He's level 60, he's really big, and he is wearing fabulous high heels. When I first played this, the first thing to come to mind was the weird headmaster from Real Monsters, who also reminds me of John DeLacy. I think that's his name, the guy who played Q. He did give us two options. We can either hit him or Fiora. I think our answer to that's kind of, obvious. We're just going to smack at him for a bit. There's no point really equipping the others with anti-Mechon gear, which is the only way they'd be able to do damage since the art is locked, as I said, and as Egil said. Because this is quite easy to get over and done with anyway. He doesn't take much of a beating before he decides he's bored with us. Does have a few attacks. He can smack us with his tail, as you can see. He has a couple of AoEs that can topple us outright. We don't need to go through break in advance. He does still have the Mechon characteristic that even if we can't damage him very well, we can use the chain attack to topple him, as I just have, and now everyone can smack him about. And leading up to this point, I found it much better to have people with normal weapons equipped and to enchant. I end up with much more damage overall, and it really hasn't been a problem to use the enchant skill at the start of every fight.
This will be your undoing!
cannot allow this. That boy is at risk. Shulk! Don't let him die! Help Shulk! Help them! Who are you?
This is the end. Heir to the Monado.
Whoever you are, please lend me your strength. I won't let you do this!
Fiora!
How dare you defy me? Worthless machine!
Fiora!
Egil, no matter how much you yearn for revenge, I will not permit you to have your way.
The Monado? But how?
No, stop!
Please, survive.
Will you die for them? What is this?
Fiora!
Not good! Let's get out of here!
Shulk! Where are you? Shulk, get back here! Fiora!
The power of that face. No, that is not possible. It cannot be.
The fortress has collapsed? What of Melia? And Shulk?
The observation was based solely on long-range intelligence. We cannot be any more specific.
You don't need to worry about them.
But...
Take it easy. I've got a pretty good idea where they are. If you're gonna attack, you better do it now. Their fortress ain't completely destroyed. Or do we just sit here and wait to die?
Shall I perform the divination ritual now?
Forgive me, Seer. That will not be necessary. From now on, we will seize our destiny with our own hands.
We don't need to see the future. The Mechon forces are on their way. No doubt about it. I like the look in your eye there, lad. It's time. This is war!